Welcome to the Bulldog Blitz. I'm Ben Edwards.
And I'm Martha Bishop.
We got an exciting episode for you guys today, so sit tight. The Bulldog Blitz is about to begin.
Sanford Football is back on track after taking down the Mercer Bears this past weekend in the Pete. Let's hear from Tori Woods as she takes a deeper look on the field.
Sanford Football is stepping up after their win against number 7 Mercer 55-35. Football coach Chris Hatcher says in his post-game interview that he thought especially early in the game they were very effective offensively. This win caused Sanford to improve 3-3 overall and 2-1 in Southern Conference play. As the weekend approaches, Sanford Football will have an off week. For more information, check out sanfordsports.com. For the Bulldog Blitz, I'm Tori Woods.
Volleyball is racking up SoCon wins. Let's hear from Mary Reen-Quarles on the busy weekend ahead.
Sanford's women's volleyball team is tearing up its regular season with 5 Southern Conference wins. Coach Keeler Chan and his team are working hard to bring home a SoCon trophy this year. The team is set for a heavy weekend of play against Chattanooga and their only SoCon loss so far, Wofford. The weekend will kick off with Sanford versus Wofford on Friday, October 25th at 6:30 p.m., followed on Saturday the 26th by the Chattanooga game at 4 p.m. The Lady Bulldogs are undefeated at home so far this season, so maybe that home court advantage will come in handy this weekend. For the Bulldog Blitz, I'm Mary Reen-Quarles. Back to you in the studio.
The Bulldog Walk is a coveted game day tradition. Let's hear from Audrey Simons, where she experienced this tradition prior to the Sanford Mercer football game.
The Bulldog Walk is a coveted game day tradition on Sanford's campus. While most people are tailgating on the quad, the football team is meeting inside the University Center, getting ready to walk through the crowd lined by the cheerleaders. As the cheer and dance teams lead the crowd in chants, the fans get excited for what will hopefully be another Bulldog win.
I think my favorite part is the camaraderie between our team, but also between the dance team and the football team. And when we go into basketball season, it's not just we're all separate. We all love Sanford for the same reasons, and so we all get to come together and celebrate that.
Sanford women's soccer team had a massive victory against Mercer last Thursday at Shawnee Yelton Field. The team scored 4 goals to Mercer's 2 in the Scarf Night-themed match. Here's Meg Robinson with more.
With the conference victory, the Lady Bulldogs improved their record to 8 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. The match was a hard-fought victory with both teams scoring goals back and forth. After the game, Coach Todd Yelton described the game as a war. The game was a full team effort with each member of the team working extremely hard to pull out a win. Highlight performances included Whitaker Buchanan, Fleming Dean, and Brooklyn Miller, who all contributed goals to the game. Another star player was goalie Peyton Hull, who played the full 90 minutes in goal for Sanford, saving a career high of 7 shots and allowing 2 goals. Sanford now moves to first place in SoCon standings. They hope to improve their domination next Sunday, October 27th, at their home game at Shawnee Yelton Field against UNCG. Signing off, this is Meg Robinson with the Bulldog Blitz.
It's time for the next round of intramurals. Starting this afternoon, IM tennis will be going on at the tennis courts. I went to go to talk to one player who's ready for competition to begin.
As the sun sets on another intramural flag football, intramural beach volleyball, and intramural pickleball season, students are looking ahead to the next intramural sport.
I'm really excited to play intramural tennis. I get to play tennis all throughout high school. I started in middle school and then I played all 4 years of my high school. And I'm just really happy that I get to be a part of the sport here at Sanford. It's a great community and a lot of fun. Intramural tennis is special compared to some of the other intramural sports, I think, because it's a smaller group of people. You know, you have the singles and you have the doubles tournaments, and so for each of them you really get to know the people that you're playing with and who you're playing against. And so I think that adds a lot to the competition and how much more serious people take things.
Be sure to watch IM Tennis this afternoon and all throughout the week. And be sure to check the IM Leagues app for score updates across the league. Do you enjoy gaming just for fun? Well, that's exactly what the community of Sanford Gamers is all about. Nicholas Harston caught up with the president of the club to learn more.
Casual gaming is a great way to spend time with friends, and Sanford has a club dedicated to just that.
We're called Community of Sanford Gamers, or CSG for short, so what we like to call ourselves. And we're a big group of friends who just like to come together and have a good time, play some games, a lot of board games, video games. We also run our D&D groups.
The CSG meet in the basement of Reed Chapel on Friday nights from 7 to 10 p.m. For the Bulldog Blitz, I'm Nicholas Harston.
Sanford Fellowship of Christian Athletes, or FCA for short, is a community of athletes who meet every Monday at 8 p.m. in the Cooney Fieldhouse. Every semester they focus on a different book in the Bible, and right now they're going through Philippians.
We're currently going over Philippians, and so that's just been really great to follow Paul and his life and just be able to relate to him and how he dealt with his suffering and how we can deal with that on our teams and in our sports as well.
I mean, college sports is tough, you know, and so it can be really refreshing to be able to share like those struggles and like rejoice in success, but you know, also be there for each other when, you know, it's hard, you know, so that's probably one of my favorite parts about being a part of FCA.
On October 18th, the Sanford Baseball team scrimmaged at the Hoover Met in preparation for their fall games against SEC competition. Here's Audrey Simons with more.
Ole Miss and LSU are SEC big names on the fall ball Sanford Baseball schedule. In preparation for these games, Sanford scrimmaged at Hoover Met Complex. Here's Coach David with more on the upcoming season.
Timing of having a fall break last week and them having 4 days off and then just 3 practice days before Ole Miss tomorrow is not perfect. So, you know, we need this scrimmage today to continue to get more baseball action before we get on a bus what feels like just a few hours from now to head to play a really good baseball team in Oxford. I'm looking forward to just getting started. You know, there's I think we've got a lot of talent with the group, which is exciting. But when you have so little experience, it's also terrifying. So, you know, till you get out there, you don't know. And I feel like this will be a group that's going to be a really, really good baseball team at some point. I hope that's in mid-February when we get started because it is a talented group, and at some point that talent will get there. So it's a newness that's exciting. So I'm really looking forward to just kind of getting started.
The Bulldogs will be back here at Jolie Griffin Field on October 30th, where they will play their Halloween game. On November 3rd, they will take on LSU in Biloxi, Mississippi for the Hancock-Whitney Classic. Fall games will end with the annual Red and Blue World Series at home on November 6th and 8th. After fall ball, there's only a few more months of practice before the regular season starts. Last year, the Bulldogs finished second in the regular season Southern Conference standing. The team was full of graduating seniors, which leaves a space for returning players and new recruits to take ownership of the team. With fresh talent on the team, we are excited to see just how far the Bulldogs will go this year. For the Bulldog Blitz, I'm Audrey Simons.
Sanford's newest athletic clubs. The Sanford Fishing Club kicked off the year with their first promotional event. Here's Meg Robinson with more.
Last Thursday, the Sanford Fishing Club hosted a fishing games event on the quad. Students were invited to complete a series of games to test their precision in order to win prizes such as fishing bobber stress balls, goodie bags, and even a brand new fishing rod for the winner. Becca Cheney, the winner of the event, was thrilled about her victory.
I was holding my breath and sent a little prayer upstairs. But I made it and I was allowed to start breathing again.
The leaders of the club, Nico Foster and Katie Burnett, were excited about the turnout of the opening event. Both Birmingham Southern transfers, Foster and Burnett, sought out to create a club passionate about nature, fishing, and God.
And I also wanted to build a fishing community here, and I felt like Sanford was a really good place to do it.
Katie Burnett, vice president of the club, has fished her whole life. She was immediately hooked with the idea of starting a club when Foster shared the idea with her in class.
And I was like, that sounds awesome and peaceful. In the community, I was just immediately hooked. So we wanted to start it here.
Nico Foster, the president, wanted to create the club to make a community of Sanford students who find a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of school. Foster has been fishing since before he could walk. He started competitive bass fishing at 5 years old at Club Scout tournaments. In high school, Foster began his professional competitive fishing career and has fished for sport ever since then. The club has big plans for the future. These include holding competitive matches between schools outside of Sanford, as well as being a part of community events.
We want to be able to compete against like other teams outside of Sanford, but we also want to have like the club where we can go and like do bigger things and like maybe go camping and go fishing and like do something kind of like that.
Reeling it in, I'm Meg Robinson with the Bulldog Blitz.
And that's all for today.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode of the Bulldog Blitz. I'm Martha Bishop.
And I'm Ben Edwards. We'll see you next time.
Go Bulldogs.